It does set up for this Renata pick, though. I feel like it's a fantastic spot. You have engaged already in your composition. The enemy team's coming into you. You can Renata ult. Renata ult has pretty high value across this.
Kind of. How's the flight over? Do you have a nice one?
It was pretty long. I did manage to. My new strategy with long international flights is I stay up as long as humanly. I just physically exhaust myself.
That makes sense.
And then I can fall asleep. But right now, a lot of damage onto Targamas here, who's still only level 5. Tried to make the outplay flash, but Viper rears his fangs. He's ready for it, and he earns first blood for HLE.
Yeah, I mean, we said this matchup wasn't going to get any easier, and Viper just styles on Targamas, flashing over the headbutt, pulverize, and securing first blood. That's going to be a dragon as well. HLE already have a 1.2k gold lead, have secured every early game objective, and are just running the rift right now.
Man, oh man, this Viper Delight duo down here in bottom lane is absolutely frightening. They go in, they force the fight before Targamas ever has the opportunity to do anything with an ulti or something. He's still just barely level 5. Now Targamas here in mid wants to set up. Zeka in some danger now, gets swept to the side by Vladdy. Zeka flashing away from the root caller, needs to survive the additional pressure from Yike, but Daisy is fast with the Trigger Seed shield. The slow into the knockup is there. Zeka's gonna get caught, and KC get one back.
At the very least, KC are able to get on the board. Nice angle from Targamas.
He's gonna go for the Nash's 2 start. Peanut though, ooh, look at,
This is a race right now to get to the red buff.
Okay, Peanut, gotta be careful. The light right behind him. There is level 6 on the Renata, only level 5 on Targamas. Not really super close either. Yike making his way over. Peanut with the smite, secures the buff. Now the blast cone over the wall. Again, the arrow onto the Alistar, and there's no ulti to try to save him. A defensive headbutt to try to escape, but it's not gonna happen, and Peanut gets this one.
Just the level advantage that Hanwha Life have mean that Targamas is going to lose.
There we go. But Daisy is ready to approach. Looks like HLE is going to decide 5 is fine. Nope, never mind. Peanut wants to jump back in and try to fight for it, but Yike lands the smite. So at least one grub denied there by KC. But HLE continuing to command pretty much everything in the early game. 11.5 minutes on the clock. They're up 2,000 gold. This top lane matchup has been going about as you would expect for Kana. Zeus running the show up here in that 1v1. Maybe pick the KC AD carry. That pretty much guarantees you get the dragon for free, but...
Look at the positioning here, Flowers. You'll notice that in the mid lane, Hanwha Life have the push again. This is going to force Kalist to go the long way around to catch that wave. And now numbers advantage in favor of HLE.
Yike stepping back away from it. The brushes still placed down in the river. Daisy summoned up. HLE still with control over the objective. Curtain call opens up. There's no arrow to try to stop it. Redemption comes down. Peanut backing away from that one. Dragon's gonna get very low to smite range here very quickly. Peanut needs a little bit more damage, and the Drake goes the way of HLE. Targamas in the middle. Massive double knockup. First kill goes the way of KC, and HLE has to disengage. Viper and Delight looking to run away, but the root caller's ready to chase them. Viper does not want to go any closer if he can help it. Targamas about to drop low. Maybe might just die. A little bit more damage will get it done, and it's a 1-for-1 here with the supports. Viper still running. Kalist with a flash in. Viper shut down. Zeka shut down. KC triple kill Kalist.
A huge triple kill for Kalist means that that's a one. Even if the Maokai ultimate comes through, they have easy follow-up thanks to the Jhin. Targamas acting as that front line, looking to connect the stun.
Yeah, Delight and Viper moving forward. Viper going in after Kalist. Needs more damage to kill the Jhin, and he takes him out. Now Targamas is going to be your next target as Yike is about to die to Peanut and Zeka at the same time. KC, they wanted a fight around this Herald, and HLE was happy to oblige. 3-0.
Just like that, HLE quell any semblance of doubt that you might have in them. Viper steps forward with nothing but confidence, as with no flash on Kalist, no barrier to mitigate the damage, Viper just runs him down. Mid is gone, top is gone. 3K is the gold advantage now for Hanwha Life as they reclaim control over game 2.
KC, they might have got the Eye of the Herald, but What did they have to lose? It results in a losing lane because they need him for engage. Forcing the defensive flash on that Alistar makes any following team fight so much more difficult. It makes it so much harder to find that angle that you need, and it means that HLE are going to take Drake number 3 uncontested.
Soul Point. They have been tearing their way through these dragons, and they have such a healthy gold lead right now. The second item spike going to come through from Zeka very soon. And, I mean, the gold differences across the board are just getting scarier and scarier.
Yeah.
Hanwha Life set their sights on the last Adder tower that needs to be knocked down.
Whoa. Kana wanted to get away, but Peanut doing a good job stopping the TP. Takes a ton of damage in the process, but not enough to bring him down. Walks over, pops the passive heal on the Krugs. Vladdy and Targamas, in the meantime, gonna put some pressure on the other side of the map. Zeka wants to defend. The cannon minion doing a good job tanking up the turret. KC trying to brute force this down, but they can't do it. Now back underneath the tier 2 turret here in the bottom lane, a 1-for-1. Peanut gives his life so that Viper can get another kill and now keep pushing onto the tier 2. Targamas coming up here into the top side as Zeka moves forward and forces Vladdy back. He and Yike trying to keep the pressure on, but Delight has reinforced his own. HLE 7-6 in terms of kills, and now it looks like KC are the ones who want control over the Otacon pit. Zeus not around here anywhere. Targamas jumping in, immediately followed up. Delight is already down before he could do anything at all. KC are going in. The Maokai ult for the escape route for the rest of HLE. KC with a killer instinct. Jump in there and make it happen. Now they're going after the Otacon itself, but Zeus has arrived to the fight, and the Gnar bars charged. KC still trying to commit to the objective. The Scuttlecraft's taking the damage a little bit, but now KC, they're about to drop. Zeus into the middle of the fight, but he's not ready to transform just yet. The first kill on Targamas. Now the Otacon, the target for HLE. KC still hanging around, trying to see if they might be able to contest. Yike here on the front line, wants to smite fight. Viper's all alone, he's gonna be careful, but Kana's got no ulti. Zeus in the back finds the wall, he's gonna be shut down by Khalid, but Viper and Peanut are going forward. It's so many kills for Viper. There's no hope for KC, and HLE bury him in the bot lane.
The Otacon is such a dangerous place to fight, but Viper and Zeka make it look so safe. He's setting up for an Ash Arrow, perhaps. Not gonna come through, but that Soul. Oh, there it is.
Oh, nice shot there from Viper. Lands onto Vladdy. Follow up with a Maokai ulti, but blocked by Kalist. Both carries from KC far enough away that HLE can't follow up for any sort of a kill threat on them. But now KC again having to regroup. They do not want to allow this Ocean Soul to go to HLE. They don't want to allow that permanent regeneration, which will just create a nigh unplayable game state around any sort of a neutral standoff. But here comes Zeus. There's no Narbar though. Keep that in mind. This is huge for these team fights. If Zeus jumps in, he's just going to be tiny. HLE going after the Drake. It is secured by Viper on the Ashe. Yike having to run away, but a big engage coming out from Vladdy. They've managed to take down Viper. Vladdy's cutting it out. Zeus is already dead now too. HLE are scattering, and only Zeka's left alive to deal damage. Yes, the Ocean Soul went the way of the Korean team, but it looks like KC might have just found exactly what they needed. Another triple kill for Kalist, and KC are marching towards a Baron that's 5 seconds away from spawn.
A huge team fight win for KC. Vladdy sets up the perfect ultimate to allow for Kalist to clean up the fight. 8-1 is the scoreline of this young AD carry as the Baron
have been the Targamas and Vladdy machine. Both of these guys working together to find multi-man engages to throw their enemies not just up into the air, but right back down into their own graves. It's been huge. It's been what's keeping KC in this game. Now, a lot of damage onto Delight. The curtain call opens. KC try to get themselves away, but now the potential punish right back onto Vladdy. He's in some danger as the damage pours out, and Vladdy's first to die. Zeka goes on a killing spree. There's no way out for Targamas. Unbreakable will or not. HLE, hold the line.
I know the expression has been used a lot throughout the history. From Vladdy in the mid lane, immediately all of the wind is taken out of the sails. It's Hanwha Life on the push.
Kalist has to be so careful here, but Kana doing a great job. Jumps into the wall to punish Viper and Zeka. They thought they had the angle there to kill the KC AD carry, but Kana
now
ready.
Elder Dragon in 2 minutes time with the Baron. KC are continuing the siege. The Baron power play still 2.6k in KC's favor.
Red Bull Baron power play about to run out here. Only 15 more seconds until it expires. Arrow from a long way away. Not going to get a whole lot of value out of that one. Zeus in some danger off to the side as he scraps with Kana. Targamas forced to use the Unbreakable Will now. Knocking Peanut right back into the team. HLE is going to go ahead and lose their jungler. Kalist is dominating, but Vladdy is down, and they've also lost Targamas. Kana's the next target, flashing away, trying to survive, but another TP is ready to answer. Zeus is looking to cut off the escape for KC. Kana's gonna teleport to save his own life, but Zeus is in hot pursuit of Kalist. He misses the first boomerang, but he catches it on return. He doesn't want to chase any further. It's another win, just barely, for HLE, a 2-for-1 trade.
The fights are just so fast, but it feels... Oh, hang on a minute.
Zeus is going crazy here, jumping in after Kalist. The punish from Kana again, making sure that his carries are kept safe. And Zeus, the mind games against Kalist, he steps away from it while Zeka is returning and win this game.
Here we go. The bot lane being pushed in by Zeus. Zeka there to catch the mid wave. He does have TP to regroup with his team. This is dropping fast.
Elder Dragon down to 8,000. HLE ready to challenge. Arrow flies out. Damage onto Targamas here at the start. He's frontlining for now. A lot of damage onto Peanut. Public execution flies in. KC's already found the first kill. But what about the objective? The Dragon secured by Yike. A massive three-man shuffle from Vladdy. KC are getting it done. They find two, and they want to get another. Viper with a sidesteps as Zeus interrupts Kalist. And Zeka flies in, but it's not enough. The Elder is making the difference. Zeus finally gets the shutdown. KC, they got the objective, but lost the fight. Only Yike.
Zeus in that whole fight still kept his ultimate up. And even though they get that kill onto Zeka, Zeus remaining alive means that he's able to clean up the fight.
The bailout changing a lot there.
Goodness.
As HLE back onto the map in time to claim the Baron. And now, Vedius, now we don't have anything to contest here for quite a while. Elder is still on Yike for the next 45 seconds, but another Red Bull Baron gonna be secured by the side of HLE, and they'll be wearing purple for 2.5 minutes.
It felt so close, Flowers. It really did feel that KC were gonna win out there.
Oh, nice jump in from Kana yet again. The public execution finding the target. Follow up with a deadly flourish. Zeus trying to get away here. The redemption ready to heal him up. Zeus goes mega just in time. Zeka jumping in to protect his top laner. KC don't have the damage, and they threw the kitchen sink at him. Now everybody wearing blue is stuck in the mid lane. Meanwhile, their base is being torn to shreds. HLE looking to push Nexus. It's Viper and Delight. Zeus has made the TP in as well. Vladdy immediately teleporting back to try to save the game as Peanut will fall to Yike, and the pressure is not enough to end it all the way just yet.
My goodness, HLE. I can't believe that Zeus was able to survive that. The damage just wasn't quite enough. Oh my goodness, the base now in tatters. The thumbs up from Kalist. I like to think he's having a lot of fun, because I certainly am.
Still does punish Peanut.
I think we're getting another Elder, Flowers. I really think we're getting another Elder.
It looks like we might. I mean, you still do have to weather this push from HLE if you're KC. There's a lot happening right now. Still 30 seconds left on the Baron. HLE on the push again. Delight with a defensive flash. Viper with a nice sidestep. Curtain call opens up. Viper eats the first shot, but now a redemption ready to heal up the HLE health bars. Fourth shot makes its way onto Delight. HLE are about to have double super minions in every single lane. Even if the game does not end here, it is a painful defense now for KC. One Nexus turret remaining, but that's it as KC scrambles their defense. The Baron about to run out here pretty soon as HLE keep the push going. Peanut's gonna lead the charge. A lot of damage on the Targamas at the very start with Renata ulti over the top. KC though doing a great job staying alive. Health bars still topped off. This defensive battery. All right, we're going for it. They're gonna begin the Elder. Vladdy and Kana both with a TP available. Vladdy, a lot of damage here on Zeus, forces the Sterix out of them there. Delight and Peanut trying to make the fight happen. Delight Uses the ulti there from Renata, doesn't get a lot of value out of it. KC will earn themselves an Elder Drake as Delight now trying to retreat down the bottom side. Should be caught. I don't see any way for Renata to get away from this. Targamas is first to the scene, and with Kalist nearby, it's another pop. Watch him drop Kalist. 14-2.
Now with the Elder, that makes it way harder for Hanwha Life to actually siege onto
the base regenerating like you're talking about. One inhibitor already back. KC taking the blast cone, trying to stop this. Make it so there's no opportunity for HLE to come in and contest, but Peanut's ready to go. Arrow flies in. Baron and Elder at the same time for KC. They'll have the Elder for the next minute.
Oh no, they've got top right, 35 seconds left. Kalist.
Okay. Keep your eyes on Kalist, keep your eyes on Kana. The public executions have hit the target so many times this game. Zeus, critically, the Gnar transformation already happening before he can get his recall. KC, they want to use the Elder and try to find something crazy right now. Daisy underneath the turrets, here for the Nexus. She's going to go ahead and die immediately. KC, still on their push. Baron Enchanted minions. Nice handshake there into Vladdy, but he jumps back away. Curtain Call firing off. They want to try to use this to secure a kill there with the Elder, but the execution isn't going to happen. Zeus coming in from behind, but the Gnar has no bar. Zeus needs to be careful about this one as he gets rooted up. Public execution right back on top of him. Zeus is dead. KC with a 5v4 in the enemy base. Viper loses half HP. The Elder no longer active, but the Baron still got 90 seconds. HLE are now the ones missing a Nexus turret.
KC have the Nexus of Hanwha Life in their sights. The TP is going to come through. They've got another minion wave. The Elder may have fallen off, but they have 5 members.
HLE have to defend 4 versus 5. Targamas with a Hex Flash. Not going to find the angle here for the headbutt pull. Zeka, half HP. It's the death of Peanut, thanks to Kalist, as Viper stays alive for an extra second, but the man needs a bailout. It's not going to be in time. KC stand tall, but they have not done it just yet. A triple kill back over to Zeka. Kalist versus Zeka. The bullets in the air. KC have done it. Gods can bleed, and KC take us to game 3.
Unbelievable!